I'm reviewing the Honeyboy Harmonica Amp from the good people at Honeyboy Amps and a guy called Andy Smith who sent me down this one to review. Immediately when I unwrapped it, it came to me in the post, I was impressed by how well it was made and how good it looked. It's a fantastic looking amp. And then secondly, when I plugged in my microphone and started playing Harp through it, I was incredibly impressed, genuinely, sincerely impressed with how cool it sounds. If you want to get that Chicago blues harmonica sound a la Little Walter, this is the amp for you. It's a low wattage amp, so it's incredibly useful. It's incredibly practical. It's incredibly practical in terms of size. You can take it to smaller gigs, to rehearsals, duo gigs, and get that sound at a fairly low volume. That warm, distorted, supported harmonica blues sound. It's incredibly simple to use. It's got two controls, two knobs. It's got a volume knob and it's got a tone knob. The tone knob gives you treble, but I've decided just to leave that off. So I'm literally just using volume. Andy himself, who's a fine player and plays with bands, says that if he uses lower harps with a louder band, he'll put a bit of treble on just to give just to make those lower harps cut through. But certainly when I'm playing by myself here at home, and if I was using it in a duo or a low sort of volume band setting, I just wouldn't touch it, because the sound, just by using the volume, the sound of the amp naturally without applying any tone is fantastic. So without further ado, let's do some playing through it so you can actually hear what it sounds like. I'm just going to be using a standard off-the-shelf brand new Shaw Green Bullet mic with a volume control, and I'm going to be using a Hohner Special 20 in the key of A. None modified, straight off the shelf. So here we go. What I'm going to do is go through a few keys and play a few sort of traditional Chicago things, so you can hear what this great amp sounds like. Okay, so here we go. First off, in the key of E with an A harp. There we go, a great sounding Chicago blues amp. Okay, we'll go on to the key of B flat, harp and B flat, playing in F. Let's do a little bit of slow blues. Wonderful stuff. And lastly, we'll just do a little bit of something with a higher D harp. absolutely fantastic amp that I can't recommend highly enough. A great low wattage amp, very portable, incredibly good looking, incredibly well made, and with a fantastic sound. Well done to all those guys at Honeyboy Amps.